of the community sowed a seed of discord that has grown and matured into the present crisis. On the 6th of June 2006 at about 10 a.m., Osegbado, Theophilus Opia, Ndoka Do, Ejechi Bombi, Akoshoba Henry, Unwe Ossai, Enemwe Achi Opia, and others invaded number 12 Ogugu Street, where the Secretary General of the CACC lives. While he was taking his bath, Nduka Do held a pistol pointing at him, while the other 6 men dragged him out naked, and Theophilus Opia used a log of wood to hit his knees repeatedly, thereby dislocating his kneecaps. In the process, they robbed him of the sum of 1 million naira. Thereafter, the upper boys, led by Osegbado, continued to beat and molest the citizenry with the latently defraudable intention of intimidating the poor masses to silence and slavish submission. The Okpaluku in person has made repeated reports to this effect to Kwale Police Station to no avail. On seeing that the community was not yielding to their intimidating strategies, the upper boys took to the street on the 11th and 12th of June 2006, shooting and beating people at random. Upon stiff resistance of this dehumanizing activity by the people, the upper boys fled the community and commenced on a guerrilla warfare against the community. While several peace meetings were being scheduled at different levels, the upper boys in exile continued to send threat calls to the community. On the 3rd of July 2006, they eventually stormed the community at about 2 p.m., shooting sporadically with sophisticated weapons. In the process, they trapped Ongolu Felix, Macaulay Edeme, His Royal Highness Isaac P.O.U.O.B., and his son in the King's Palace, where they locked themselves in for safety. Ongolu Felix was able to recognize Osegbado, Collins Ejechi, Aka Alaji, Ndoka Ado, and Theophilus Opia as he peeped through one of the windows from his hiding place. They repeatedly shot at the doors and windows and eventually set the palace building on fire, including 3 cars belonging to the king, Macaulay Edeme, and Ongolu Felix. Thereafter, the upper boys drove away, believing that the occupants of the palace have been burnt to death. But fortunately, they managed to come out. At the same time, the divisional police officer Kwale arrived at the scene and took them away to the police station, where the king then made a formal statement to the effect of the invasion. It is pertinent to also note that in their mad lust to destabilize the community as a means of further perpetrating fraud, they also shot at the Okpaluku severally, missing him each time. They also kidnapped one Mr. Chukutem Epochi, set several buildings and properties ablaze, robbed people of money and motorcycles. Reflection. 1. It is not a secret that Henry Oloko is neck deep in all the activities of the upper boys. 2. It is not a secret that Henry Oloko partook in the invasion of 3rd July 2006 that culminated in the burning of the King's Palace and 3 cars alongside with reports of robbery. It is not a secret that Henry Oloko has fled with the upper boys and has continued to keep their company. It is not a secret that Henry Oloko is one of the personal assistants of Ossai and Ossai. If one may therefore ask, can it be that Henry Oloko's official duty as one of the personal assistants of Ossai and Ossai is to manage the criminal activities of the upper boys? And for what purpose? Of what use is Henry Oloko's association with the upper boys and their chieftains to Ossai and Ossai? It is no secret that Ossai and Ossai conspired with Odine Jechi, Jonathan Ijede, Francis Osele, and Osegbado, the upper president, to fraudulently undermine the authorities of the 7 family heads, the Okpaluku and the Elders Council, by unlawfully introducing his blood brother, Godwin Uzoka, to the management of Minnesota Oil and Gas PLC as chairman of the CACC. It is no secret that Ossai and Ossai host meetings with the upper boys, Osegbado, Kingsley Jechi, Ukoma Amokali, Monde Neboli, Theophilus Opia, and others, and their chieftains, Odine Jechi, Jonathan Ijede, Godwin Uzoka, and Sunday Enu. If one may ask, why should a highly placed citizen of Delta State, in the person of Ossai and Ossai, majority leader, Delta State House of Assembly, get himself negatively involved in matters concerning the local administration of his community to this extent? Could it be part of the mandate given to him by his people? What could be the possible agenda of these clandestine meetings? Conclusion. We are convinced beyond reasonable doubt that Ossai and Ossai is the mentor and sponsor of the upper boys and their chieftains. When we gave him our mandate to represent us in Delta State House of Assembly, we did not anticipate that he was going to breed monsters in the name of Upper that will let us spread ruin, pain, and torment in our community. We want to use this opportunity to tell the general public to disabuse their minds of the political twist being given to this devilish act. As can be seen from the above narration, it is purely a communal matter, a situation where some fraudulently minded community leaders have embarked on a systematic plot to deny the community benefits due it from the oil prospecting companies. We earnestly crave the indulgence of the state government to listen to our liberation cry. Thank you.
I want to know if the community has gotten in touch with Ossai. He's one of your sons, and he's been accused of being behind it. So I want to know if the community has gotten in touch with him, and what has he said. I want to know if you have gotten in touch with Ossai.
Yeah. We have gotten in touch to Ossai several times in the peace meetings that were scheduled to settle this matter after the attack of the 6th. While these peace meetings were going on, we discovered to our dismay that the Upper Boys continued to launch a guerrilla attack on this community. In fact, on the 3rd of July, 2006, we were at Honorable Commissioner Okowa's house for another peace talk, for another settlement meeting. And Ossai was there present. After successfully arriving at certain decisions that will give us peace and eventual settlement, we came back to Kwale only to meet the people invading our community. So we begin to wonder, what kind of role is Ossai playing? Each time we hold peace meetings with him, we end up being invaded one way or the other. We have been meeting with him, but he's not cooperating with us.
Now that the situation has got to this planning,
well,
if all reconciliation efforts fail.
Well, you will agree with me that this community is a peace-loving one. This community is highly hospitable. Of course, this community cannot work against peace. This community is interested in peace. You will also agree with me that the extent to which the activity has gone now, it is already a criminal offense. Where people take to arms and shoot fellow people, burn houses, steal people's money, steal people's property, and go away, it's already a criminal offense. And the community has made appropriate complaints to the necessary quarters, the police. I also believe that currently the police must be investigating the matter. So the community will wait for the outcome of the police investigation.
May have died and number of those that may have been injured as a result of this current crisis.
Number of houses burnt.
And number of houses. We want those statistics to help us to.
Well, that statistics will be collated and passed on to you later. I don't have the exact statistics as I'm speaking to you now.
But appropriately, you may have, since the crisis started, may have taken count of the situation, people who got injured and people who died. I mean, are they just give us around 80?
Many people had gunshot injuries, and they are lying in the different local homes where these bullets have been extracted from their bodies. If I should go around, I can give you the exact.
Was there any recorded death?
Well, I'm not aware of any recorded death for now.
If I may come in, we are still looking for somebody.
I've told you that.
What is it other name? Chukute. We are still looking for him. He's not under anybody's care as at now.
I've said so.
Thank you very much.
Udoma.